We need to take back California.
My career has been totally ripped.
Forced us to live the way he wanted us to live is completely unconstitutional.
Please vote and get rid of this psychotic freak.
2020 was supposed to be our year. You can probably remember welcoming it with friends and family, looking towards the future and its infinite potential, filled with all your hopes and dreams for what was to come.
What's up, guys? My name is Nicolette and I will never forget how in 2020, even though as a hair and makeup artist in California, how I lost every single client. And the sad part is that I didn't lose my clients. My clients were too afraid to see me or to be seen because of the fear-mongering that was done by the left and by our not so awesome Governor Gavin Newsom.
Getting your hair cut at home or share some of those details with us?
I'm glad people care. Thank you.
Like many salon owners, has already made changes to the way she does business.
It's cleaner and it's safer to come in to get a haircut than it actually is to go to the grocery store.
We're prepared. We're wearing masks. We're wearing shields.
And we literally have to disinfect, clean, sanitize everything in between every single client.
Today we're all faced with the American reality, that in these situations, small businesses get crushed while corporations thrive. The undeniable truth that every single owner-operator carries the weight of politicians, CEOs, and boardrooms on our shoulders.
The way that he shut down everything immediately, he pushed such a fear-mongering rhetoric instead of talking to people about how to take care of their health.
You've been getting a lot of praise for shutting things down quickly in your state. So what is your biggest concern right now?
We've got to stick with this. We've got to continue to practice appropriate physical distancing. The stay-at-home orders are so profoundly important to meet this moment. There's nothing more substantive we can do to bend the curve. And so that's the enemy. The moment is complacency.
Instead of telling people what foods and what liquids and things that they should ingest that would boost up their immune system, instead he talked about death, and to the point that people were scared to leave their homes.
Governor Newsom has been collecting his full salary despite a promise to cut his own pay when he orders state workers' paychecks be reduced by 10%. At the time, Newsom vowed to slash his pay because of the state's economic crisis brought about by the pandemic. But the Sacramento Bee says that Newsom has been continuing to draw his full salary, which is $210,000 a year.
The government decides that they're going to make it easier for people to not work, to not make a livelihood. We're going to make it easy for you to not take care of yourself, so that you have to depend on us. That's exactly what Gavin Newsom has done. It didn't matter that all of my clients who have been with me for almost 10 years knows that I disinfect and sanitize every single thing with 99 proof alcohol, not rubbing alcohol, literally medical grade alcohol here. It didn't matter that they see me clean my brushes on a regular basis. All of that went out the window simply because Gavin Newsom told everybody that if they left their houses, they would die. So, Gavin Newsom and every single politician in this state exactly like him that has been turning a blind eye to the literal trash that's starting to accumulate all the way up and down the 101. And is also starting in some areas down the 405 and the 5, all up and down California.
LA's freeway system has become perhaps the city's biggest garbage dump.
As you exit the 101 freeway at Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, you're greeted by tons of smelly, rotting garbage spilling right out onto the freeway. Apartments look out on the filth, and so does the First Southern Baptist Church.
You can smell it in the air sometimes.
Garbage now covers on and off ramps all up and down the 101 freeway. On the 170 freeway in the valley, trash spills down the embankments, and trash greets visitors coming off the 10 freeway into LA's Fashion District. This is the 101 off-ramp at Sunset. Is this embarrassing to see?
It
is embarrassing, and we're upset by the fact that that trash is there.
The I-Team has been documenting trash piling up more and more on our freeways for over 2 years. Trash that piles up so high, it's often fuel for fires, like this one under the 10 freeway near downtown, or trash that dangerously falls onto the freeway. But records obtained by the I-Team show trash on parts of our freeways hasn't been cleaned up since long before the pandemic. For example, that area around the 10 freeway near the Fashion District hasn't had a cleanup by Caltrans since 2018.
This is Gavin Newsom's fault. He was supposed to be the leader of the state of California, and he is the one that not only dropped the ball, but intentionally kicked it over the fence so that everybody else doesn't get to enjoy what we get to have as freedom of life. I'm speaking up now because somebody has to do it, and I'm going to continue to speak up now, and I'm going to continue to get louder, and I'm also going to challenge you guys to stand with me and vote to recall Gavin Newsom. We are already doing it. The process has started, but people can still vote for him, and now it's our job to make sure nobody votes for him again. We will never forget and never again. Make sure you go out and vote to recall Gavin Newsom.
I don't wanna feel it. Yeah. So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. Ooh. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference. One more sip and I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm tempted. I told her one more, she heard me say you quit or she dipping. Yeah, yeah. I don't want pain no more. I don't want no more pain. I ain't gonna see no way. Look at that with no pain. See the rain coming down, but it is not purple today. Came a long way from stacking and rolling that change. And all I ever wanted was some real love. Then I iced it on my heart, I watched it build up. My bro, he stayed with Tuesday Bob to build up. And I feel on inside, don't wanna feel it. Yeah. So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference. One more sip and I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm tempted. I told her one more, she heard me say you quit or she dipping. Yeah, let me do my thing. Got them greens and pinks and blues, I'll give my kids a change. Don't call me, I sit for none unless you do the same. I want a cat that's fast as that and I don't do no range. Yeah. All I ever wanted was some millions. All I ever wanted was some children. Then I got 4 of them kids and now we chillin'. Nothing's real inside, don't wanna feel it. Yeah. So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. Ooh. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference. One more sip and I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm tempted. I told her one more, she heard me say you quit or she dipping.
The news just put an article out that says Venice Beach is crippled. They compared the year 2020 last year compared to 2021 this year. The boardwalk area robberies are up to 271% higher than last year. Aggravated assaults are up 105%. And burglaries around the area is up 148%. Violent crimes involving an unhoused person as a suspect or a victim are up more than 75%. Violent robberies are up 177%. Wow. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff happening down here in Venice Beach that never gets reported because nobody's there. If I'm on the other end in Venice Beach, I don't really know what's going on the other side. So I think a lot of crimes are not reported. In the beginning of the pandemic, they counted about 50 tents on Venice Beach. And as of April count, they said there's over 250 tents now in Venice Beach. You see the trash can here on the left and the right? That's exactly where, like about 2 weeks ago, a shooting happened. The guy shot the homeless people right in the chest. The video is too graphic to show here on YouTube, but if you go to Twitter and type in Venice Beach Boardwalk, there's a lot of different videos what happened right here. And if you won't see it with your own eyes, you won't believe it what's going on here in Venice. Right here behind the trash can is where that tent exploded. One more thing that changed is they used to pick up the trash every single day, but they haven't been picking up trash for a while right now here in Venice. In the letter to the city, the residents say that the housing people for the senior housing are afraid to come out their building because the homeless encampment is right in front of the house. And it's probably not really the safest for them to walk with their walkers. You never know what's going to happen. Also in the letter it says that it's too dangerous to bring the kids to the playground. The parents are afraid to let their kids play there because of all the homeless encampments around the playground. You can see that right here in the background. There's a few tents, but you also have to pass all the tents just to go to this playground. And another big problem is that some of the homeless people just gonna stay at the playground and sleep there. In the letter also was mentioned that all the business owners on the boardwalk, restaurants and bars, I want to get all this cleared off because that's the view the people have when they sit in the restaurant. And just imagine the smell. All the stuff that accumulated around their tents is not really useful. It's just sitting there and nobody picks it up. I always refer to the letter the people sent to the city. They say those are all spaces 10 by 10 for the artists down on the beach. And they say the homeless occupy all those spaces so the artists can't really set up their art in Venice Beach. And that's what Venice Beach is actually known for. Not too much has changed. Hopefully in the future it will change for the better for the people on the boardwalk and the homeless people that live on the boardwalk.
Please.
So your Councilman Bonnet, has asked the police to leave the tents on the boardwalk alone. So his direction for police is to not touch the tents due to COVID.
Okay, so who is that, Bonnet?
Yes.
Okay,
so
cool.
I understand your question, and you can feel
Cool. No, it's great. I just want to know who's allowing this. That I've been physically assaulted here in Venice. I've been hit in the head.
It's a misdemeanor that did not occur in our presence.
No, but if I have
it's
witnesses,
a misdemeanor that did not occur in our presence. As police officer.
I got that.
Then you can place him under a private person's arrest. That means you making the arrest, not us.
If I call you and I've been physically assaulted, if I've been called and I've been physically assaulted, you're telling me you can do nothing.